Hi, my name is Julian Nakama from Las Vegas High School. Support for today's varsity quiz is provided by Silver State Schools Credit Union.
Coming up next on Varsity Quiz, it's Moapa Valley taking on Las Vegas High School. This is Varsity Quiz. Hello, welcome. This is the 49th season of Varsity Quiz, where the best and the brightest high school students are matching wits in this unique academic competition. Tonight, the road to the Blue League Division Championship begins with Moapa Valley facing Las Vegas High School. Let's meet our players, starting with Moapa Valley. It's Sedona, Evan, Morgan, and Grady. Also on the team from Moapa Valley, say hello to Gary. Hi, Gary. There's Anson. Howdy, Anson. And Gabrielle. The rest of the team from Moapa Valley High School. Let's hear it. And meet the coach for Moapa Valley, Jared Bushman. Hi, Jared. Give it up for Jared. And for Las Vegas High School, we have Aaron, Jason, Julian, and Andres. And the other players for Las Vegas High School, meet Gabby. Hi, Gabby. Don't forget, there's Denise. Hi, Denise. Also for Las Vegas High School, it's Alyssa and Alex. There's also Melanie. Hi, Melanie. And finally, don't forget Jamali. The rest of the team from Las Vegas High School. Give it up for them. The coach for Las Vegas High School, say hello to Lisa Boca. Hi, Lisa. There are 25 questions in this first round, with each correct answer worth 5 points. Students, are you ready? Let's play Varsity Quiz. What term can indicate a large chunk of floating ice split off, and that'll be Moapa? Grady?
Glacier.
That is incorrect. I'll finish the question. Can represent a large chunk of floating ice split off from a glacier, the fleshy back part of the leg between the knee and ankle, or a young whale? Las Vegas, Julian.
Calf?
Yes. Next question. In what musical based on a French novel is the song All for One sung by the characters Aramis, Athos, and Porthos? Moapa, Evan.
Three Musketeers.
That is correct. Here's your next question. In 1780, Sir Henry Clinton agreed to what American general's demand of 20,000 pounds for the delivery of West Point to the British? Moapa, Grady.
Benedict Arnold.
That is correct. Next question. What adjective do mariners use for freely floating vessels without moorings or anchor that are at the mercy of the sea and weather? Las Vegas, Andres.
A raft.
That's incorrect. The answer, adrift. We move on to the next question. In parts of the Colorado Plateau, there are long, very narrow, deep channels eroded into sandstone, which are particularly susceptible to flash flooding. By what term are these canyons, Moapa, Evan?
I don't have it.
Okay, by what term are these canyons known? Las Vegas, Aaron.
Ravines.
No, they are slot canyons. We move to the next question. What word is missing in this line from the Bhagavad Gita that came to J. Robert Oppenheimer as he witnessed the detonation of the first atomic bomb? Now I am become blank. And that is Moapa, Grady.
Death.
Yes, that is correct. Next question. What city in the Northern Territory of Australia is named for the 19th century British naturalist who revolutionized biology? And that is Las Vegas. Aaron.
Darwin.
Yes. Here's a calculation question. What is the midpoint of a line segment with endpoints at 2, 7, and 4, 1? Repeating, what's the midpoint? Moapa, Evan.
3, 4.
Yes, that's correct. Next question. In Chinese philosophy, what are the general names for such opposing principles as light and dark? Moapa, Grady.
Yang.
Yes. The following lines illustrate what literary element? Dr. Faustus signed a contract selling his soul to Lucifer, but part of him wants to repent. And in Lord of the Flies, Ralph's group clashes with Jack's group? Las Vegas, Andres.
Conflict?
Yes. Who in 1918 presented a list of proposals to the U.S. Congress consisting of 7 ideas? Las Vegas, Julian.
Woodrow Wilson?
Yes. What adjective describes the appearance of glaze on pottery that's been intentionally or unintentionally crazed? Las Vegas, Aaron.
Gloss?
No? That's Moapa. Grady?
Glossy.
No, we were looking for crackled. Next question. Reminiscent of an area of open, poorly drained land, name the same word also used for the collective name for the medieval Muslims of the Maghreb on the Iberian Peninsula. Las Vegas, Julian.
Moors?
Yes. Aggression, high blood pressure, and cholesterol changes are among the health risks faced by athletes. Moapa, Grady?
Steroids.
Yes. Next question. Name the neurotic conviction associated with somatic delusional disorder in which otherwise healthy people are so convinced something's wrong with them, they're continually consulting physicians. Las Vegas, Andres.
Hypochondria?
Yes. The Romans were defeated by the Visigoths at the 4th century Battle of Adrianople, which took place in what present-day country? Las Vegas, Andres.
France?
Incorrect. Moapa, Evan?
Italy.
No, it was Turkey. Next question. The following passage is about what villain? Ruthless, vindictive, and remorseless, this evil mastermind and ruler of the London criminal underground will stop at nothing to destroy Sherlock. Moapa, Grady.
Moriarty.
Yes, sir. All right, the first period of the Mesozoic era was given what name based on the sequence of 3 rock layers that characterize it? Las Vegas, Andres?
Mesolithic era?
No. Moapa, Evan?
Stone Age.
No, it was the Triassic period. Next question. Nellie Bly actually took 72 days to finish the same journey that what fictional Jules Verne character took 80 days to complete? Las Vegas, Aaron?
Around the world?
No. We were looking for the name of the character, Phileas Fogg. Next question. It is a calculation question, and it's a tough one. Abe is twice as old as Bert and half as old as Carl is. In 22 years, Bert will be half of Carl's age. The question, how old is Abe? Repeating, Abe is twice as old as Bert, half as old as Carl. In 22 years, Bert will be half of Carl's age, so how old is Abe? Moapa, Grady.
22.
That is correct. We move on. What's the name for the kind of journalism that inflamed public sentiment to the point that the U.S. declared war on Spain in 1898? Moapa, Evan?
Propaganda.
No. Las Vegas, Andres?
Shock?
No, we were looking for yellow journalism. Next question. In 1863, Chief Pocatello signed the Treaty of Box Elder, bringing peace to the emigrant trails of northern Utah and the southern part of what other future state? Las Vegas, Aaron?
Idaho?
Yes. Reminiscent of the superclass Pisces, what's the name for an ultra-wide-angle lens that creates a wide panoramic image? Las Vegas, Julian?
A fisheye lens?
Yes. What talkative nymph did Hera punish so that she could never start a conversation? Moapa, Grady?
Echo.
Yes. While investigating the murder of 14 people in San Bernardino, California in 2015, the FBI pressured which technology company? Moapa, Evan?
Silicon Valley.
Incorrect. Las Vegas, Julian?
Apple?
Yes, sir. Well, that's the end of round 1, but we want to learn a little bit more about our players, and we're going to start with Moapa, starting with Sedona. Hi, Sedona. How's everything going?
Good.
You having some fun so far?
Yeah.
Your card here says that you have a hobby. I'm not sure if you remember what you wrote down. You know what your hobby is that you wrote down?
Yeah.
What is it?
Volunteering.
Yeah, where do you volunteer?
I'm a Girl Scout, and I've been a Girl Scout for 13 years, and I volunteer with the local fire station.
That's wonderful. Well, I hope you have fun for the rest of your time here on Varsity Quiz, and thank you for being a volunteer. Next is Evan. Hi, Evan.
Hi.
You having some fun?
Yep.
Now, it says here that you only set the bar low for one thing. What do you set? What's the only thing you set the bar low for?
Limbo.
Thank you. We didn't even practice that ahead of time. Nice job, Evan. Good luck with the rest of Varsity Quiz and good luck at school. Here is Morgan. Hi, Morgan.
Hi.
Now, let's see. You play a musical instrument?
Yes, sir.
What is that?
Piano.
How long have you been playing piano?
I've been playing piano for 13 years.
And do you have a particular style of music that you like to play, or do you play everything?
Yes, classical.
Awesome. Well, good luck with that.
Thank
and
you.
good luck with Varsity Quiz. And here's Grady. Hi, Grady.
Hello.
Now, it says here you are training for some kind of a race. What kind of race are you training for?
A Spartan race.
And I have no idea what that is.
It's like a big obstacle course, kind of comparable to a Tough Mudder.
Oh, okay. Well, good luck with that.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Moapa Valley. Good job, you guys. Now let's meet the team from Las Vegas High School, starting with Aaron. Hey, Aaron, how's it going?
Tired.
You're tired? Yeah, me too. Can we just take a nap and forget about it? It says here you're learning a foreign language.
Welsh.
What prompted that?
I don't know. Sporadic.
Okay, well, that works. Well, good luck with that. And good luck with the rest of Varsity Quiz. Here's Jason. Hey, Jason.
Hello.
It says that you speak a language that a lot of folks may be unfamiliar with. What language is that?
Tagalog.
See, I was going to even mispronounce it. I'm glad I didn't do that. And where is that language spoken?
In the Philippines.
Excellent. Are you doing okay learning that so far?
I already learned it when I was younger.
Oh, okay. Well, congratulations and good luck with the rest of Varsity Quiz. Thank you, Jason. Here's Julian from Las Vegas High School. Hey, Julian.
Hello.
It says here you're an amateur what?
Rapper.
And are you going to throw down a rap for us right here today?
Cannot. It's a family show.
Oh, it's a family show? Oh, okay. Well, Julian, thank you, and good luck with Varsity Quiz. And here is Andres. Hey, Andres.
Hello.
It says here you like to help other students. How do you do that?
I mentor middle schoolers, and we talk about like college and like thinking about that as early as possible.
Well, that's awesome. So you're going to college yourself?
Hopefully.
Awesome. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's the team from Las Vegas High School. There's both of our teams. And the bonus round is next on Varsity Quiz. As we go into round two, the score, Moapa with 45 points, Las Vegas High School with 45 points. We have a tie score. Before we get going, we do have a couple of new players for each team. So for Moapa, we want to say hello to Anson. Hey, Anson. And Gary. Hi, Gary. For Las Vegas High School, the new players are Jamali and Melanie. Good luck to all new players and to the players already here. Now in this bonus round, each of 10 possible questions is worth 5 points apiece. And time begins when I start this first question. The Barbarossa brothers, Calico Jack and Blackbeard, famously participated in what general line of work? Moapa, Grady?
Piracy.
Yes, bonus questions now for Moapa only. Answer the following associated with piracy. First, what country did the pirates who took Captain Richard Phillips hostage from a cargo ship in 2009 originate from? Second, the French pirate Jean Lafitte and his comrades helped which American general defend New Orleans against the British in the final battle of the War of 1812?
1812. No.
Captain?
For the first answer, Somalia, and no answer for the second.
Okay, so you do get some bonus points. Somalia is correct. The other one was General Andrew Jackson. We move on to this question for both teams. What organ is directly affected by mesothelioma, silicosis, occupational asthma, and obstructive? And that'll be Moapa, Grady.
The lungs.
Yes. Bonus questions now for Moapa only. Answer the following associated with biology. What does a eukaryotic cell have that a prokaryotic cell lacks? Second, the structures named after Paul Langerhans are located in what organ?
Nucleus and organelles for the first one. No, it's nucleus. Okay. I don't know.
Captain?
For the first answer, a nucleus. The second, the liver.
Nucleus is correct. The other one is pancreas. So you get some bonus points. And now this question for both teams. The director of what federal agency has an office in the J. Edgar Hoover building And that is Moapa. Grady?
The FBI.
Yes, sir. Bonus questions from Moapa only. Answer the following associated with buildings. First, standing as the second tallest building in the U.S., name the Chicago skyscraper formerly known as the Sears Tower. Second, name the tallest building in the United States. Captain?
For the first answer, the Chicago building. For the second, the Empire State Building.
Both are incorrect. The second tallest building is the Willis Tower. The tallest building is One World Trade Center. No bonus points. We move on to this question for both teams. While in Switzerland to pass the time during the year without summer, Mary Shelley mostly remained indoors writing what? Las Vegas, Julian.
Frankenstein?
That is correct. Bonus questions now for Las Vegas only. Answer the following associated with literature. First, who wrote The Murders in the Rue Morgue? And second, name the author of Jurassic Park and The Great Train Robbery. Captain?
No answers.
Okay, we were looking for Edgar Allan Poe and Michael Crichton. No bonus points. This question for both teams. It's a calculation question. 2 pi radians equal how many? Moapa, Evan.
360.
Yes, sir. Bonus questions now for Moapa only. Answer the following calculation questions. First, in terms of pi, what's the area of a circle with a diameter of 6? Second, since 720 is 6 factorial, what is 7 factorial? Repeating, in terms of pi, what's the area of a circle with a diameter of 6? And second, since 720 is 6 factorial, what is 7 factorial? Captain?
For the first answer, 9 pi. For the second, 5,640.
First answer is correct at 9 pi. The second one is 5,040. So some bonus points. We move on to this question for both teams. In the 1930s, Henry Ford provided financial support for the agricultural experimentation conducted by what man who headed Alabama's Tuskegee Institute? Moapa, Evan.
Fritz Haber.
Incorrect. We were looking for George Washington Carver. Next question. Set high in a tower wall of a famous castle in County Cork, Ireland, is the Stone of Eloquence. Moapa, Gary.
The Blarney Stone?
Yes. Bonus questions for Moapa only. Answer the following associated with Ireland. First, name the Irish poet who won the Nobel Prize for Literature in 1923. Second, name Ireland's pro-independence Republican Party. Captain.
For the first one, Robert Louis Stevenson. For the second, the Republic of Ireland.
Both are incorrect. We're looking for William Butler Yeats and Sinn Féin. We move on to this question for both teams. What aquatic, blood-sucking annelids were regularly used to remove, quote, Moapa, Grady?
Leeches.
Yes. Bonus question for Moapa only. Answer the following associated with blood. First, give the scientific term for red blood cells. Second, give the scientific term for a blood clot. Captain.
For the first answer, hemocytes. For the second, hemorrhage.
Both are incorrect. We're looking for erythrocytes and thrombosis. Next question. Are we out of time? We are out of time, so that is the end of the bonus round. Now, before we move on, we wanted to take just a moment to thank the Kiwanis Club of Las Vegas for all of their support. They provide judges and, in many cases, moderators of the in-school competitions that led up to today's match. We also want to give a shout out to the staff and leadership of the Clark County School District's Student Activities Department. They coordinate every step of the program from early in the high school year all the way to the championships. Our speed round is next. The score as we enter round 3, Moapa with 90 points to Las Vegas High School's 50, but anything can happen in our final round. Before we start, we do have a returning player and a new player that we want to say hello to on Moapa. Hi, Gabrielle. Welcome. And Morgan is returning. Welcome back, Morgan. And for Las Vegas High School, Andres is back. Nice to see you, Andres. In the speed round, there are 30 questions with correct answers worth 5 points. Now, this is also a timed round at 6 minutes, so we're going to get to as many questions as we can. If we read all 30 before the 6 minutes is up, the match will be over after the response to the 30th question. And here we go. Name a modal verb that begins with the letter M as in Mary. Did they get in time? Las Vegas, Julian.
Motor?
What's your answer, sir?
Motor?
That is incorrect.
Time.
And time, the answers were either may, must, or might. Next question. The dance called the can-can originated in what European country? Las Vegas, Aaron.
Switzerland?
Incorrect. Moapa, Evan.
Sweden.
No, it's France. What color is in the idiom about an area of a legal subject that's not clearly Las Vegas? Andres?
Gray.
Yes. In 2017, Carrie Lam became the first female chief executive of what Chinese special administrative region? Las Vegas, Aaron.
Tibet?
No. In time? Moapa, Grady.
Hong Kong.
Yes. The light waves in what kind of light vibrate in a single plane? Las Vegas, Andres.
Sunlight.
No? Ooh, I think that was a tie. Did he get in time? Yes. Okay. Moapa, Evan.
Unimodal.
No, it's polarized light. Now a calculation question that will not be repeated. If the length of an anaconda is 10 feet plus half its own length, how long's the snake? Moapa, Evan.
15 feet.
Incorrect. And that's time. We're looking for 20 feet. Bristol, Yakutat, and Orca are bays in what state? Moapa, Grady.
Alaska.
Yes. A general formula for power is work divided by what? Moapa, Evan.
Time.
Yes. In the 1850s, the governor of what American territory had 20 wives? Las Vegas, Andres.
Utah.
That is correct. Next question. The drastic reduction in what kind of birds in the Himalayas, especially India and Nepal, is adversely affecting the practice of sky burial? Las Vegas, Aaron?
Chickens?
No. Moapa, Evan?
Robins.
No, it's vultures. Next question. What Philippine volcano that was 5,725 feet high before its devastating 1991 eruption, and that's Moapa, Evan?
Krakatoa.
No, was only 4,800 feet high afterwards. Mount Pinatubo. Next question. Male deer lose what as a result of the action of osteoclasts? Las Vegas, Andres.
Antlers.
Yes, sir. What alliance established by a 1955 treaty got its name from being signed in the capital city? Las Vegas, Julian.
The Warsaw Pact?
Yes, sir. What is the name for substances such as sodium bicarbonate or calcium carbonate? Las Vegas, Julian.
Compounds?
No, used to relieve symptoms of heartburn. Time, we're looking for antacids. What huge lizard is the apex predator on several? Moapa, Grady.
Komodo dragon.
Yes. What's the name for the Greek letter that comes between rho and tau? Las Vegas, Aaron.
Sigma?
Yes. What's the main metal exported from Chile and Peru? Moapa, Evan.
Lithium.
No. Las Vegas, Andres.
Silver.
No, it's copper. A scythe is the symbol for what asteroid named for the Roman goddess of agriculture? Las Vegas, Andres.
Demeter.
No. Time, we're looking for series, a calculation question that will not be repeated. What is f of 51 according to the following rule? F of x equals x over 51 plus 12. Moapa, Evan?
13.
Yes, sir. What Little Orphan Annie character is a munitions tycoon? Moapa, Grady?
Daddy Warsaw.
That's incorrect. Daddy Warbucks. Next question. Perlite is typically a hydrated form of what volcanic glass? Las Vegas, Andres.
Obsidian.
Yes, sir. William Powell's painting of the Battle of Buena Vista in 1847 featured what American general destined to become the 12th U.S. president? Las Vegas, Andres.
Taylor.
Yes, sir. Cleopatra took her own life after being defeated by the army of what future first emperor of Rome? Las Vegas, Andres.
Augustus Octavian.
Yes. The passive verb always contains a form of what auxiliary verb? Moapa, Grady?
B.
Yes, sir. If you purchase a vehicle that constantly has problems, you're said to have bought, and that is Las Vegas, Aaron?
Lemon.
Yes, that's correct. What residue in both tobacco and marijuana smoke coats the cilia in the lungs? Moapa, Grady?
Tar.
Yes. Whose presidential library is in Boston, Massachusetts? Was that in time? Moapa, Grady?
Thomas Jefferson's.
Incorrect. The answer was John F. Kennedy. In protest against the South Vietnamese government in the 1960s, monks of what religion immolated themselves? Las Vegas, Julian.
Buddhist?
Yes. In 1832, Benjamin Bonneville led the first wagon train to cross the Rocky Mountains at South Pass in what future state? Las Vegas, Andres?
Oregon.
No. Moapa, Grady?
Colorado.
No, it was Wyoming. Here's a calculation question. What is the square of 2x minus 5? Las Vegas, Jamali.
4x plus 25.
Incorrect. And we're ran out of time on that one. It was 4x squared minus 20x plus 25. So we have run out of questions for round 3. Now we need to do some math of our own and find out who won. The final score, Moapa 130 and Las Vegas High School 100. So if you were doing the math at home, you may have noticed a miscalculation on our part. The question about the length of a snake, the answer that the youngster from Moapa gave was actually correct, so we awarded them 5 extra points. The length of the snake was indeed 15. All right, we want to thank both teams for an excellent match. How about a round of applause once again for Moapa Valley and Las Vegas High School. So as a result of the win tonight, Moapa will be facing the winner of next week's semifinal match, and that'll be Faith Lutheran facing Bishop Gorman. We hope you'll tune in for another exciting night of Varsity Quiz next Monday at 7:30 right here on Vegas PBS. Good night.